Hello and congratulations on being ready to petition to graduate. We're really excited for you and congratulations on getting to this point. My name is Dr. Jerry Cook and I want to share just a couple of tips with you to help you successfully petition to graduate. It's really best if you listen to this before you petition to graduate, but it might also be given to those who have petitioned to graduate and are having to do it over again. So just a little bit of background. One of the great things about our program is that it's growing so quickly, but at the same time what's happening is that we as faculty advisors are reviewing a very large number of petitions to graduate. And again, we're very excited that this is occurring for so many of you, and we want this to be a great experience. But at the same time, what we're doing is when we're reviewing these, we're having to send it back to the student. And so even though it takes a lot of our time, it takes a lot of your time as a student as well. And one of the really frustrating things is when you spend some time and you complete it, and then you get it back, and then you have to wait several weeks and sometimes even months on top of that. And then you send it back to us, or you petition again, and then we as a faculty advisor finally approve it, and then the department chair approves it, and then the university approves it. So there's many different levels or layers of approval, and we want this to be a great experience for you, and we want you to be able to do this right the first time. I'm going to get into a little more detail about what the concerns are, but really what's going on is that we as faculty advisors, we need to see your course substitutions and we need to see your remaining schedule. And if we don't see either one of these things, or if we don't see any of these things, we're going to go ahead and send it back to you. So I'm going to go through that in more detail. But of course, make sure you go to MyStack State to find the information to graduate. If you need more information, feel free to contact me or any faculty advisor. You could also contact our peer mentor, or you can talk to another student. A lot of students go through this process, and so I'm sure they could help you as well. But what I want to focus on today is the actual petition to graduate. There are really three different areas that I'm going to focus on in this particular slide. And the first area, as signified by the first arrow, it includes two different aspects. It includes the requirement catalog term and the expected graduation term. So for the first one, in the upper left corner, the requirement catalog term, this is really associated with your catalog rights. And the easiest way to understand this is it tells you, it really defines what courses that you're supposed to take in order to graduate with, in a particular program. And so the easiest way for people to understand this typically is by looking at what blue advising sheet that you are using. And for most people, this is when you come in for orientation or for a change of major, and you are given a blue advising sheet. And then you look in the usually in the one of the upper either right hand corner or left hand corner, it'll tell you what catalog term that is. So that's usually the easiest way, but sometimes the catalog information changes. So for example, we as a program, we might add classes or we might take away classes. And so it's possible that your catalog term will actually change between the time that you declare a major and before you graduate. Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it does. And really, meeting with an advisor is the best way to help you with that. But the primary reason why it would change is it would be something that you personally would want. It would be something that would be to your advantage. And so meeting with a faculty advisor is the best way to help you know whether or not changing your catalog term is to your advantage or not. You have many different rights, typically about which catalog term that you can use. Again, visit with a faculty advisor to make sure that you know which one is best for you. Below that, most people are getting this correct. The expected graduation term, this is of course the term that you expect to graduate in. And so if you expect to graduate at the end of the spring of 2019, that's when you'll select that. And then a little bit later on, what you'll see is a section. It will say major and minor. Of course, it'll say the the family and consumer sciences for your major. But where I want to focus on is the area that says course substitutions, waivers, and notes. So the thing that we're seeing most commonly in this area is nothing. We tend to not see anything. And so let's look at an example of what kinds of things work well that reduce the likelihood that we'll have to send this back to you to have to do it again. So if you have any course substitutions, and these are substitutions that your faculty advisor would have approved of for our particular program, you'll make sure that you list it in there. And you might be asking, well, why would I include that? My faculty advisor said it was okay. You want to go ahead and put that information in there just to be sure. Not only does it help us, but if we can't find that information very clearly in the documentation that we're looking at, we're going to be sending it back anyway. So go ahead and put that information in the course substitutions. Really, you should only be including the course substitutions that have been approved by your faculty advisor. If you're going to be, don't guess on this. Make sure you talk again with a faculty advisor before getting to that point where you're going to be listing this course substitution. And so here's an example here. This particular student took this course, CHDV 42, and the name of this course was Child Development, and she took it at somebody college. Of course, this is a hypothetical example, in spring of 2018. And this is a course substitution for our FACS 52. So it's the name of the course number, where the student took that course, and when that student took the course are all listed in that information, and what she wants it to substitute for. So you want to list all of your course substitutions. If you don't have any course substitutions, please go ahead and list no course substitutions. Again, even if these courses have already been approved by your faculty advisor, make sure you still list that information in this particular area. The next thing is to make sure you list, and this is for your notes, your remaining class schedule. So this student is graduating in spring of 2019, and and has 2 semesters remaining. And so she lists her classes for fall of 2018 and her classes for spring of 2019. So make sure you list your remaining classes for each semester. This helps for a variety of reasons. It tells us that you know what classes are remaining, but at the same time, sometimes a course might only be offered once a year, or maybe we'll see that, oh, wait a minute, you know what, you can't really take both of those 2 courses in one semester. Maybe one is a prereq for the other course, or maybe there's a time schedule conflict between those 2 courses in that particular semester. So there's many reasons why listing these courses are helpful for us. And plus, if we see these things, we can contact you and help remedy this as quickly as possible, rather than waiting to the last minute. So this might be a good place for you to pause this video to just look at this format while you're completing your petition to graduate. But if you're ready to go on, I just want to remind you that if you have any questions or concerns, I invite you to visit with one of your faculty advisors. That's why we're here. We're here to help you. It's really best to visit with us. There's a lot of nuances about petitioning to graduate, and different levels and layers of approval, and and we want to help you as successfully as possible. So if at all possible, visit us anytime you have questions about petitioning graduate, or especially course substitutions. Usually, really, every time there's a course substitution, there should be a course substitution form that's completed. So don't be shy if a faculty advisor says, we're going to go ahead and accept this. Go ahead and ask, is this something that we need to do a course substitution for? Of course, email is a possibility. I just have to again put a little shout out for visiting. There's just a lot less miscommunication that happens in visits compared to emails, but an email is obviously a good start as well. So again, we're really excited for you. We're proud of you for getting to this point, and we want you to have a great experience. Feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Take care.